Hey everyone, welcome to the Advanced Room here at XM Live Education. My name is Benjamin. Welcome also, by the way, to the people who are following us on YouTube. And I'm here with Stan. Hey Stan, how are you and how has been your week?
Hey Ben, welcome back. Everything is great. Week has been fantastic, or not to say phenomenal. Great trades. Some of them still running. Um, if I'm not mistaken, you were not here last week. So,
Yeah.
how was your vacation? How is everything at your side?
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't here last week. I actually went on holidays with on a festival with friends. Here on Paris, we are having like the biggest heat wave we've ever had. So it's been kind of hard to be fully focused last week. Actually, we had like about 40 degrees, so very hard. But the direction of the asset we looked at were pretty on point, let's say. We did have this breakout on dollar index last week, which is in my opinion is pretty important. So I had this very important level here, like let's say 100 to 100.6 on dollar index, which got broken. Um, if we hold it this week, which I mean, for now we are above, so I believe we will hold it, is probably significant in my opinion. Um, so when we go on the weekly here, this level is very important, as you can see for me, as it's been very strong resistance several times and very strong support also. We broke above last week, closed above also, which is significant in my opinion. So for now, the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is that we are getting back in this range, which is 106 at the top and 100 at the bottom. We are very close to it, uh, close to the bottom, really. And if we retest this zone at 100.6 and held it, I think we are going higher on dollar index. And if that's the case, I would expect probably some more um, weakness, let's say, on probably US indexes, on Euro USD, of course. I mean, it's the biggest um, in the mix for dollar index. Also weakness on gold, maybe a bit on crypto. Even if I think crypto is probably close to the lows, but I don't think we've seen the lows yet. So I think this dollar index breakout here that we had last week is pretty significant. And I would expect that if we retest this zone here, kinda, it would hold. Plus, it's also a sort of like megaphone, broadening wedge, and we broke above. So now it's support until proven otherwise. If we have a deviation, this would be probably a very good sign for the markets for a continuation into end of year of like the bullish trend. It would be easier. Um, but for now, this is in my opinion, a warning sign for a lot of markets.
Um, I'd rather think that very big part of the move have happened already. So if you look from where the move starts until now, uh, this is rather a FOMO type of a move to me. And if you look previously and you put a horizontal line on the previous highs and lows, you usually get.
F1?
Um, I mean, yeah, just put horizontal line rather than making it, making it imaginable trend line. If you put a horizontal line, yeah, on the first high and the previous one and the previous one, you
Yeah.
usually get false breakouts on the previous occasions, even from the start of it. Just put it from the start. You have a line from the start, yes.
This one?
You got a false breakout. Yes, you
Yeah,
got a false breakout afterwards. You got a
yeah,
false breakout on the right side. If you put it also at the bottom, you have the same scenario. False
yeah, exactly.
breakout, false breakout. So this is a little bit of FOMO. I do expect a little bit more strong US dollar. But also have to acknowledge that this week we have an event that might be catalyst for this, and this is the non-farm payrolls that we're gonna have on Thursday.
Yeah. The only difference I would see here, for myself at least, compared to previous false breakouts, are that on the weekly, we closed above my level, which is the most important, about 100.6-ish. So for me, this is not that we broke above the previous high on the daily. The most important part here is not that we broke above this one and continued on the daily, which could be a false breakout out, as you said. It's more like on the weekly and the daily, we broke above this level. And this level is like a weekly level for me, which come back for like 10 years ago. Plus, we also are breaking above this trend line, um, which uh, which was the trend line from the previous stops. We broke above and now could retest it as support. So could fail, of course. If we fail, as you said, like if we fail and close below here, then we are probably back in the range, like this massive range. We are probably back into this massive range if we're back below, and this would be just a deviation. But until then, I believe that this area will probably be support now. That's why I think that this is a risky environment and that we are not at the end of the rally for dollar. But again, if we break below 106, this would actually be very, very interesting because then it would be a deviation back into this big range. And then we'll probably have a good shorting opportunity.
I think non-farm payrolls, lower data might actually trigger some move, even though uh, this data is supposed to be old school and we're gonna start looking into new data according to Warsh, but nobody knows exactly what that will be.
Mm.
I think that we have a good chance that we get some solid volatility on the non-farm payrolls as well.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we broke down on gold was the day we had the non-farm payrolls. This breakdown we had on gold happened on the last NFP, if I'm not wrong, where we had like very strong numbers on job reports. So
Yes.
I guess we would have like if we have like same kind of NFE report, this could continue the trend on dollar index and continue the downtrend on gold. But yeah, of course, the thing with Watch is that they also said that they don't want to be um, like making prediction or telling the market what the Fed wants to do next. They will look at data, but they don't really say which kind of data. So we are maybe a bit in the dark in regard for the Fed for now. But overall, he's kind of been more hawkish than bullish, in my opinion, than dovish. Wash. So this is maybe the markets pricing some sort of rate hikes in the rest of the year. So I didn't look exactly at the odds, but for now, I think the markets are pricing like 2 or 3 hikes before the end of the year. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. So yeah. this is probably why maybe the dollar index is going that high. Like market is maybe preparing for a more hawkish period.
Yeah, we also have from YouTube Gani, who is with us. Hello, thanks for tuning in, Gani. Welcome on board. If you want to share, if you're interested in something in particular, trade setups, ideas, just anything you are, and also everybody from the regular viewers that are watching us from the official place of XM Live Education as well. Be welcome, guys, to talk to us. How about the crypto? We actually,
Yeah.
how you see it? Um, any surprise? Any reversal?
No real surprise. So last time we saw each other, we were about here or something. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So at the time, I said I expected a rally to 66, 68. So this is what we had and the rejection. Now we are again at the lows, but we are
Did
starting
you
to.
traded it?
Yeah, on my own account, I just had a small short here, but I closed it about here, if I'm not wrong. I need to see it, but and now I'm flat for now. If I had to take a position, I would go long, but not strong. I mean, here it's kinda not a good area to trade it, I would say, for several reasons. So I still expect lower prices into the mid to low 50s at some point. But for now, I don't really think maybe it goes there instantly. Like we are starting to form a bullish divergence here on the daily. So it's not confirmed yet, but like it looks like Bitcoin wants to hold this level for now. Like it's trying at least. So I wouldn't be surprised by a bounce at least to this level. And to be honest, the best level I could see is still there, like above 67, sorry, to maybe 70. So this level, kinda. I wouldn't be surprised by a bounce in this area and then a rejection to go lower into the summer or something. So this is still a very strong support, I believe, like the 50, 57 area, kinda. Very strong support. And this is why I think Bitcoin is trying to put locally a small support here. But as I said, I believe we go lower over time. So if we have a bounce and we deviate this area, this high, any deviation above, I think is a good shorting opportunity later on in the summer or something. So this would be for Bitcoin, but actually I just believe that, as I said, like since we took the lows, I think we will have low volatility on crypto and on Bitcoin from now on, kinda. Like the most likely scenario is like to me is a sort of range into
What
the
does it mean low volatility when you say that?
it means that I don't expect like large moves on Bitcoin. I think we are probably capped in a range which would be like 50 to 70K for the next 2 or 3 months, something like that.
Based
Uh,
on what is this analysis?
Here we are entering this like at the lows. We are entering this area which is packed with limit longs. So we are in crypto, we are having liquidity heat maps, which are basically available for free on several websites on the web. So we are with these heat maps, we know what are the limits, bids and ask staying on the market. Okay, so of course, limit bids, limit ask, they can always be they can always be like put and moved away
Right.
when they want. But here in the 50 to 58 area, let's say, in the area where there is the most limit bids we had for like almost a year or something. So there is a lot of demand in this zone, which means that we could always break it. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a strong support that won't be broken, but to break it, it's always very hard because you need a lot of volume. You need like
Or
a
you
very
need a macro event that wouldn't care about any orders, and you go through it like a hot knife through butter without